What's going on this morning, family? Black Phoenix checking in. Just wanted to wish all of my fathers, all of the great fathers throughout the U.S., throughout the country, throughout the world, a happy Father's Day for me personally. And to all of my welding fathers, I want to salute you personally. I salute you. And to all of my black welding fathers, I just want to say I salute you. I'm proud of you, and you got something that you can actually teach your kids that can change their lives. You can help them gain independence, even though you might not be teaching them necessarily business, but you have a valuable skill that can be able to move around throughout the country, that can go to other countries, that can be able to go set up another home, another lifestyle, another business in a whole another location where your family never was or never been established. The importance of welding to me, especially after we had been involved in over the years, that we learned some tricks of the trade. A lot of things you learn, you don't necessarily know that you're learning them when you're learning them. You just like sometimes you be like, man, I don't want to do this today. Man, they got us doing this. Man, why they got us doing this? And then later you're like, I'm glad I went through that. I'm glad I learned that because it built who you are. It built your character. It helped you think outside the box, helped you troubleshoot. There's nothing like the experience from a situation, from a person who entered a situation and they don't necessarily know how to survive in it. But by us being black fathers, we have survived a lot in the country, especially us black fathers who are conscious. So if you are a conscious black father that wills, you understand what's going on here. You understand that America is what America is. And we have to teach our kids to be strong, to be independent, and to use the system to benefit them, not to live off the system. Because if they live off the system, they're going to be forced to do what the system tells them to do, and it's going to put them in a bind. They're going to have to wait on someone to feed them, and they shouldn't have to wait on the one to feed them if they got the skills that you have. The welding skills. Not only can they just use it for welding, but they can network it so many different ways, man. You can, you know, from office work, from just going out and helping getting jobs. Certain of our kids, they like to look good, so they like to be represented. So maybe they might be the ones that go out and then get the job for you. Go knock on the door, look all nice. Hey, here, this is what we do. Here are our brochures. Give us a call. Let us know. Some people are meant for different roles, so we can't neglect the role of not teaching them anyway, just because they don't want to get dirty. We trying to get free, and freedom is going to cause you to get dirty. It's going to cause you to have to fight. It's going to cause you to have to cry and shed some tears. It's just what it is. It's part of freedom. So I just think that we shouldn't give up, and we shouldn't say just because our child or our cousin or whatever it is, niece and nephew don't get it now, it don't mean they won't get it. So we just have to plant that seed and be able to use what we know to help set them free, man. I mean, because it's just a tool. It's a tool to a gate that can be unlocked, that can open up many more. But as a black welder, I would say that welding set me free, and it's setting me free. It's giving me the opportunity to be a little bit more flexible, to follow my dreams and actually do some things that others said I couldn't do. And yeah, it takes time. Don't nothing happen overnight. But believe this, it can happen. And if you look back on just my archives personally, you can see how my struggle and my hustle and my dedication and my faithfulness has got me over the years, especially the last 3 years. So I just believe that we have to use what we got to help our family. We use our struggles, we use our pain, we use whatever we go through as black welders, and we give it to them. Those jewels that we can pass on are so valuable, and we can give it to them not being biased. You know what I mean? I'm just giving to you where you can even learn from my example, or you can go through certain things yourself and waste a lot of time. You don't have to. That's the honestly, man. I feel like that's the prime purpose of my blog. It's not only to just show you that someone that looks like you from the hood that can make it, that can actually change their life, that can actually hold a conversation and network with people and don't have to change up who they are, don't have to be somebody that they not, can still represent their culture. And the purpose of my page is just to show you that, hey, I'm gonna do it by example. I'm not gonna do nothing that I haven't. I'm not gonna tell you to do nothing that I'm not doing and that I'm not willing to do. Or I haven't already done. You know what I mean? So I think that in order for us to really get to where we are going to get to, we have to utilize all of our strengths, all of our ups and downs as black welders. You know what I mean? We have to be able to pass that down because those jewels, those hardships, um, the experience that we face in the field. I mean, I think that is something that we need to pass down, and we need to teach our kids that they can be independent. We're so the school system and show them they got to get a job, they got to go to college, they got to do this, or you ain't gonna be nothing, or you gonna barely get by. All of those are lies. You know what I mean? Me personally, if I would say anything to any child today, I would tell them to get educated, learn how to read, learn how to write, learn how to do math, learn how to comprehend. The rest of that shit the school teaches, to teaching you in that fucking public schools, you don't need it. You can after you get that, you don't need it. You can go get your GED just to say, hey, okay, I accomplished this and go do something else. Or you can go to a certain trade school or certain school directly and put your money in them to get what you want. But you don't have to allow them to feed your mind with the BS lies so that way they can benefit and they kids can win and they kids can win. And you're steady teaching yours a lie. So I would say learn how to read, learn how to write, learn how to do math and comprehend. So that way you can take things to the next level. The rest of the education is in the experience and then getting a solid knowledge from a solid tradesman. So if you're trying to do be an electrician, a plumber, a carpenter, welder, whatever you're trying to be, I think your strongest asset is getting it from someone who's actually in it, getting it from someone who's been doing it for years. I mean, the game, the wisdom you can get from someone who's actually been doing it versus a teacher who's never did it. You know, you got a lot of teachers that be in the classroom, they never experienced the real field welding, but they just teach it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think if you actually experienced it and you a teacher too, there's so many jewels you can give. And that's the purpose of my page, man. I wanna lead by example. I wanna be able to give you some jewels that you can be able to use in your life to change the future for not only you but for your kids, man, and set things better for our people in this country. You know, we got to start owning some things. We got to start buying land. We got to start working together. And so I'm giving information now, man, just to help you improve yourself individually. You know, those who use it, use it. You know, those who don't, it is what it is. You can't help everyone. You know, like Scarface used to say, I wish I could save everyone, but I can't. You know what I mean? But I know I'm just here to help who I can. And who you never know. One of y'all might take this information and save a million and say, hey, if it wasn't for Hog On, we wouldn't been able to do this. That's a blessing, man. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna be used, but I know I'm gonna be used. You know, King David, you know, he wanted to build a temple, but it wasn't meant for him to build a temple. It was meant for his son to build a temple. But God blessed him with the ability to get everything needed to build the temple. And that just might be your purpose to get everything in line so that way the next person can come. Your kids, your grandkids, your nieces and nephews, the cousins can come and take it to the next level, man. That's what it's all about. I'm up early this morning, getting some coffee, getting my mind together. What's going on? What's up, brother? What's up? How you doing? How you doing? I'm up early this morning, drinking coffee. Like I say, I really didn't know it was Father's Day. To show you how I live, I wasn't paying no attention to it. To this morning, I woke up. I'm like, man, it's Father's Day, you know, and um, you know, up to this point, I haven't had nobody tell me Father's Day, but that's fine. I want to tell those who up and moving around Happy Father's Day to them. You know what I mean? That's cool with me. You know what I mean? But I'm just up thinking, man. Probably gonna do some fabrication here in a little bit. I'm gonna wait till it's probably like 8 o'clock. It's a little early now, so I wait till people start moving around, and then I got some pieces I need to go on and cut and get fabricated out. But I just wanted to come, man, and talk to all my fathers, especially my black fathers, man. You utilize your trade, pass it down to your kids. What you know is a asset, man. Don't belittle what you know. Even having to work for someone, even if you work for someone for 20 years and you retired and you say you don't want to be a boss, that stuff that you learned from working with them is valuable. And our kids and their kids can use that information, that knowledge to take their lives to a different level. But we can't neglect them not knowing the truth. You know what I mean? They need to know what's going on out here. They need to know the racism. They need to know the hate. They need to know so that way they won't be naive because there's a lot of people out here are so naive, man. I can tell you. And then once they face it, they look like the world is about to end. Why? Why? Man, that's what it is. Don't get your feelings hurt. It's like this. It's just covered up. You know, so we just got to be strong. We got to stick together, stay focused, and don't dilute the game. Don't water it down. Don't water the truth down. Let it be what it is. If it's too strong, you can't take a drink of it. Then it wasn't meant for you. Then you might need to sit that cup down and come back to you a little stronger. But that is what it is. The truth is what it is, man. As long as we're here in America, so I just want us to embrace that fact. You know, like I say, it's not about the hate. It's about the motivate one another. We know the situation. We know the condition, and as black fathers, we just got to make a difference. We just got to make a stand, you know, some type of way we can change our families. We can really help them go to a level, man, just from our experiences. So even if you're not a boss or not thinking about being an owner, that knowledge that you got is still valuable, man. Pass that on. Tell them about them stories, you know. A lot of them 10 now, it seems like the generation starting to, they want to know, you know, because they realize that they don't know, and they just want to debunk the system of someone telling them what they should do. And I get it, because the system been lying for so long. They're like, you know what, y'all been lying to me so long, I don't want to listen to nothing you got to say. And I get it, man. You know, a person got the right to be that angry, to be mad like that from being deceived over the years. So it's our purpose to show them that, hey, the truth is still here. We just got to endure it. And by going left field, it's only gonna make things harder for us. That's it. You know, we ain't gonna get ahead by going left field. You know what I mean? So I just want to tell y'all, man, happy Father's Day again before I let you go. Pass some jewels down to your kids, pass them down to your family, your niece, nephews, cousins, you know, those who want to listen, anyone who want to take the jewels, black, white, green, purple, yellow, whoever take it, you know, just like Christ said, I'm here for my people, but if my people don't receive the message, I'm going to give the message to the dogs. So it is what it is. Y'all be blessed and have a good Father's Day.